What's going on? So this video is going to be about Jaylen Brown and Mike Scott. Jaylen Brown, the Boston Celtics, Mike Scott of Philadelphia 76ers, talking about the limited jersey statements that the NBA is allowing. Allow Black Lives Matter, say their name, hear us, are we next? But they're not. They're typical standard slogans. What do you expect from Adam Silver? I mean, him and David Stern pimped the league and basically want black folks to tap dance in the NBA, because the NBA stands for Negroes Be Acting. Let's just call it what we see. They want them to stand for the anthem. They want them to be tap dancing. They promote this agenda like they progressive. They're not progressive. They're just another plantation. A lot of people don't call the NBA out on the plantation it is. Yeah, they shine a lot on LeBron James and Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, as they've done on past superstars, but they're doing it because it's money. They're not putting money on players that don't fit. You have to fit an agenda. And just because you win doesn't mean you win. The NBA ain't about just because you win. If it was about because you win, then Tim Duncan would have a high profile. He got 5 rings, and they almost treat him like he ghost. So it ain't always about that. But Jaylen Brown and Mike Scott is right. Them slogans is corny. I mean, they're important, but they have been used. You know, someone need to drop one about, 12 got a badge, but 12 needs to check themselves too. You got kind of like 12. You got to say something about 12. Got to let 12 know that you work for us. We don't work for you. 12 is supposed to work for us. We don't work for you. 12. The canine. You got to put that in perspective. But see, Adam Silver is a fraud. He got the age restriction, which is a joke. Got to be 19 to play basketball, but you can be 18 and go to war and get killed in America. And he wants you to stand up for the anthem. And they're pimping that plantation called college. I'm glad for them brothers that are going to the G League and getting paid or going overseas. Bump going to the college plantation. They should have been paying players. But anyway, the NBA has always been a hustle. There was a time they were scared to have all blacks on the team. So don't tell me that they're that progressive. They've done a job. I'm going to say this. They have made the NBA game a global game, but they took the dominance of American basketball, the physicality of the brothers, back when the Dream Team, and they used it against them and brought the world in. And I'm not saying that cats from other countries can't ball and play, because I've seen it. However, they took the center position out. They've taken the physicality out to sell a more Euro game, to make it more palatable, more, pretty it up. And you ask what that has to do with social justice? Well, they're not talking to the common folk. They're not getting the real. You need to have more black folks at the games. You need to have black ownership, black general managers, more head coaches, and you need a black commissioner. Why is it that the NBA never had a black commissioner? How come Oscar Robertson, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can't get that job? Why is that? I feel like Jadakiss with Anthony Hamilton. Why? Because that's the kind of mindset I got about the NBA. They have not reflected the game. They've taken the street elements because they had to. Like the ABA when Dr. Jaylen would play, Artis Gilmore, Moses Malone, them cats was playing in George Gervin. And they had to bring that in because the NBA was too white. They got caught. Then you fast forward to the AN1 mixtapes, late 90s, early 00s. They had to bring cats off the street, the rucker, all that. They brought that, but they ain't want to. They want to sell it in a way to make it appealable. But yet they want you to act black enough to act. And remember, that's why I say the NBA stands for Negroes Be Acting. Because there's a lot of acting that go on. But when we get to the real, then you got to have, not only Black Lives Matter, you got to speak out against 12 about those racist police. You got to speak out against 45. You got to talk about, we represent America. We are American born bred. See, that's why I'm with props to Jaylen Brown and Mike Scott, and also Scottie Pippen was bringing some heat too. You know, got to tell it. But I hope this season don't start. To be honest with you, I hope it don't. It don't need to. Now with all this stuff going on with the coronavirus, it don't need to. And we need to have more social steps and protests. This NBA ain't that important. It's just another distraction, but it's gonna get lost. You're not gonna have no manage. You're not gonna be able to have a message when you got the wrong people trying to use it as agenda to profit, but it ain't going back to the neighborhoods. That's the problem. That's my thoughts and takes about Jaylen Brown and Mike Scott speaking out against the limited jersey statements that the NBA is trying to pimp. You give me your thoughts and your takes. Hit that like and subscribe, and the bell rings. New video. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. And you need to have some real conversation about what's up. I'm out.